Well, this is the biggest pile of nonsense I've seen in a while. Ukraine government reportedly intent on requesting Atomic Heart be banned from sale within their borders. But not only that, is also pushing that influence to other countries. Because, yay. Sure, I guess. God damn it. Utter nonsense. Absolute tripe. This is something it really irks me. Really, really does. It's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. As if you've not had enough. We can't even play a game now. Okay, cool. Anyway, the Ukrainian government reportedly requested Valve, Microsoft and Sony to refrain from selling a game in their country. I didn't think there was anyone left. I thought everyone had... I thought you were fighting a war that there was... I didn't think you could play games in Ukraine now. That was so dangerous. Urging digital retailers to consider limiting the distribution in other countries as well. Because, yes, let's just penalise the world because... reasons? Dev.ua initially reported on the statement from the Ukrainian Ministry of Digital Affairs, which was later cited by PC Games N, whom the Ukraine government provided with an English version of the statement. Here it is. This is from the Ukrainian Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation, Alex Bornyakov. Bornyakov? There you go. Stated, regarding the situation with the release of the game Atomic Heart, which has Russian robots and romanticizes communist ideology and the Soviet Union. I don't think it really romanticizes it. It's a game. And who cares that it's got Russian robots? The Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine will send an official letter to Sony, Microsoft and Valve requesting a ban on selling digital versions of this game in Ukraine. That's right. Punish your citizens, civilians, some more. This is this utter statement. The utter state of this statement. We also urge limiting the distribution of this game in other countries due to its toxicity, potential data collection of users, and the potential use of money raised from game purchases to conduct a war against Ukraine. One, where's the evidence of any of this? You're just pulling this out your arse, right? So, according to media reports, the game's development was funded by Russian enterprises. Therefore, we call for all users worldwide to avoid this game. We also want to emphasise that the game developers have not publicly condemned the Putin regime and the bloody war that Russia has unleashed against Ukraine. They can't. Are you stupid? It's been funded by Russian enterprises. The developers can't openly condemn Putin. That would almost certainly mean retribution, right? Are you stupid? Also, they don't have to. They don't have to. There's a lot of people that just want you guys to sort it out, broker a peace deal. And I think what irks me about this, because it happened in the UK, is that we started targeting Russian oligarchs. And it's like, well, what about the Ukrainian oligarchs? That was part of Soviet Union. Where do you think they got their money from? Their old money, huh? It's just when it bleeds over into elements like that, and you're just condemning, you're literally penalising people by proxy at that point. You've lost me. I'm not interested. So the claims aren't entirely without merit, though. There are some caveats. A report from the Escapist magazine breaks down claims that may have inspired the Ukrainian government's fears. So here it is. Here's what it all comes from. So the affiliation, again, who cares that it's Russian affiliated? I couldn't give a shit. The outlet reports, bear in mind, FYI, ladies and gents, almost literally the entire planet's fertilizer is provided by Russia. So we're talking about, affiliation. Like the planets, they're the biggest distributor of fertilizer in the world. Some of the food you ate 2 years ago would have been fed from Russian fertilizer. That's an affiliation, isn't it, ladies and gents? Anyway, the outlet reports that the allegation of funding comes from developer Mundfish, having GEM Capital as an investor. So the venture capital investment fund, specializing in video games, allegedly has a founder with ties to Russian state-owned oil and gas company Gazprom. This could suggest that the Russian government may have some level of vested interest in the game's success. Barely. Are you joking me? How much a war cost? They're barely doing anything with this game in terms of its money. Are you really? Further, Mundfish initially was founded and for a significant amount of time headquartered in Moscow. There's literally no issue with that. What's the problem? As confidently claimed Eurogamer in 2018 following the game's announcement. However, it should be noted that the company relocated the main offices to Cyprus, Greece, and also has the same location as GEM Capital's headquarters in 2022. It doesn't... Who cares that it's... Oh my god, it was headquartered in Moscow. Oh no, we must kill them. Like, it's just nonsense. So, there are people that disagree and cannot publicly state it. Just calm down. So there are also claims about the developer providing user data to the Federal Security Service, the FSB, seemingly stemming from a report by AIN Capital in January of this year. As per the report, Russian privacy policy, Mundfish's own store, which as of writing is throwing a 404 error, warns that users that their data may be given to Russian authorities and the FSB. Under machine translation, the company's policy in Russian territories warns processing and security of data in the company shall be carried out in accordance with the requirements of the Constitution of the Russian Federation, the law, and other Russian data laws. Despite this, the policy scope is stated to respect the constitutional rights of citizens of the Russian Federation and citizens of other states. I literally don't see the issue with this. Mundfish also stated they kept user data in part to comply with actions and duties imposed on the company by the legislation of the Russian Federation in accordance with federal laws, while emphasizing user data wasn't disclosed to a third party or without consent. There were exceptions. Now, the exceptions are cases where data would be disclosed at a request of authorized state bodies, legal proceedings, providing specific lawful purposes were defined with only the data required for exactly that purpose, along with data gatherer by Mundfish as stated. I don't see any problem with any of this stuff, to be fair. Notably, the English privacy policy makes no mention of Russia, but does inform players the company may process data in accordance with the EU General Data Protection Regulation. Speaking of Games Radar, a Mundfish spokesperson denied the user data allegation. Our game and website do not collect any information or data. The website's privacy statement is outdated and wrong. It should have been removed years ago. We've shut down the shop to assure our fans of the integrity of our studio and products. We apologise for any confusion on this matter. This is like, I don't see the issue. So Mundfish, the developer, had previously addressed the accusations and speculations surrounding their political leanings on January 16th, taken to their official Twitter account to inform the public, guys, we have noted the questions surrounding where we at Mundfish stand. We want to assure you that Mundfish is a developer and studio with a global team focused on an innovative game and undeniably a pro-peace organisation against violence against people. There you go. That's pretty easy, isn't it? We do not comment on politics or religion. Rest assured, we are a global team focused on getting Atomic Heart into the hands of gamers everywhere. Basically, we're a fucking games developer. We don't want to talk about politics. I've got mad props for them for doing that. Good. We do not and will not condone contributors or spammers with offensive, hateful, discriminatory, violent or threatening language or content. So, Ukrainian Minister Alex Bornyakov claims that the game romanticizes the Soviet Union. It seems that this appraisal of the game's message comes from a surface level pertaining its marketing material. Set an alternate timeline during the 1950s, Atomic Heart depicts a history in which the USSR defeated the Nazis with an advanced technology. Met with their end. The Nazis responded by unleashing a deadly plague, and its effects result in the deaths of millions of people across the world. I mean, hardly romantic. In the face of this staggering population loss, the world turned to Soviet Union's robotic creations to pick up the slack, thus propelling the nation to world power status. Underneath its veneer of pop socialist realism, however, Atomic Heart actually uses the USSR and concepts of communism to tell a tale of greed, deception, pride, and ambition gone awry. I've got mad props to them for just being like, no, we make games and we're global and we obviously don't want violence. Shut up. We're not interested. Go away. Love it. And no, other people should be able to play a game in Ukraine or wherever. Who the hell cares? What is the issue? God, I hate it when citizens get penalised because their dumbass governments choose to do. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, like I think it's tragic that Russians are banned from travelling at the moment. Basically, they're not allowed in anywhere. Currently, they can only basically go to Asia. You know, I think that sucks. I think that's awful. You are creating further malice in the eyes of, you know, normal Russian citizens that have done nothing wrong. It's absolute joke. So yeah, I've not got no FYI. I've got no vested interest either way. I couldn't give a shit, but I just cannot stand it when normal people get put upon by their government's dumbass decisions. It's stupid.